Okay, this video is on how to clean the salt cell that makes the chlorine. You can see some bubbles coming out. Not the big bubbles, but the fine dusty bubbles underneath. Can't see very well. That's making chlorine, but it's not making much, and I'll show you why. It's clogged up with this white mineral deposit. Okay, first step is to turn off the salt cell right here, and then unplug it from here. The next step is to turn off the pool pump. It's probably smartest to turn off the breaker over here, that I can just push stop, turn it off. It will come back on at certain times on a timer, so you have to be careful, but the breaker's in this box. It's labeled pool pump. Okay, then we're going to take these plastic things off. There's one here. This is just an old broken one. Don't ignore that. This black one and this one. And they thread lefty-loosey out this way and out this way. Lefty-loosey, so this direction. And they're usually hand tight, but occasionally you have to just nudge them with a wrench, and you have to be super careful because they're plastic. If it cracks, it's a world of hurt. So I'm going to try them by hand now that I've turned the pump off. And they both came off by hand. So I'm just loosening them up. A little water will come out, that's normal. And then this just slides right out from in between, like that. Okay, this is the inside of the salt cell. And you see that white gunk built up. In between those fins, it should be black and clear like this end. You can see it. This one has a little bit of calcium in it, but not much. But here where it's electrolyzing, it's getting deposits. So we need to clean that out with acid. Okay, in the pool shed you'll find this thing that screws on the bottom for the cleaning, and this acid. It's very dangerous and toxic. Wear gloves or don't get it on your hands, and make sure you wear safety goggles so it doesn't splash in your eyes. And I'm gonna go squirt this out with a high pressure hose, try and get like that leaf out and any other junk that'll come out before we put acid clean on it. Okay, so I'm gonna put this the dirtiest side down, which is this way, so that the acid will soak down in there the most, although there's some on the top too, as you can see. Pretty dirty. And a couple of those. But I'm just going to screw this on tight, anyway, hand tight, not super tight. Okay, I've got my safety goggles, and I'm going to fill this with water first, about 2/3 of the way, just almost to the top of the elements there, the fins, but not quite. I want there to be room. Now I'm going to pour acid in there for the rest of it. And I'm just going to pour about 8 ounces at the most. Carefully in, and again, don't splash this. It's hydrochloric acid. And that's about 8 ounces. Now it'll start to bubble as it eats that stuff away. Now I'm going to let that sit for about 30-40 minutes. Okay, it's been about 40 minutes or more. It's still bubbling a little, but I'm gonna stop it now because you don't want to go too long and actually have the acid ruin the cell. Now I usually just take this, because it's pool acid, and just dump it in the pool, and then you can rinse it. And then I'm going to go back and reinstall it, the reverse of what I did. But let's just see how clean it is first. A lot cleaner on this end. And on this end, Let's see, still pretty messy. So I'm actually going to run the clean cycle again. Screw this back on, water, and more acid. This is the second cleaning, and you can see it's actually still bubbling in there, which means after 45 minutes of the second cleaning, I could probably leave it a little bit longer. Sometimes I like to tap on it. Again, I have my safety goggles on. Try and knock some stuff loose carefully, not too hard. And I'll give it a couple more minutes, then we'll take it off for the second time and rinse it. Okay, it's getting dark now because I've had to wait twice. It's still bubbling in there a little, but I'm going to unscrew it now and rinse it out. Now first I'm going to dump it in the pool. I want the acid in the pool, and then I'm going to flush it out. Like that. And I will take the bottom off. It looks like there's still some stuff in there, and that's why it was bubbling, but it's not horrible. Well, unfortunately, there's still quite a bit of gunk in there, and it's dark now, so I'm going to put it back together. And until next time. So basically, just take and install this. Right before I screw it in, I'll power wash up in there and try and get some of that to come out. Alright, well, it's pretty dark now, but I'm just going to go ahead and set that in there and screw it on. Now I'm going to screw on one side and then a little on the other, and then one side and a little on the other, and not tighten it all the way on one side, otherwise it won't seal against one side. It'll go pulled too far to one side or the other. So I want to kind of even to seal against these black rubber rings. And again, hand tighten. Okay, so tighten a little on this side. There, it's got a cat. Tighten a little on this side. Tighten a little on this side. And so forth. And then I hand tighten it. No wrenches. And then we'll turn the pump on. We'll plug this in. Oops, wrong way. Turn the pump on, plug this in. So first get it hooked all up. And I'll tighten it in a second. I'm going to take this over, plug it in where it goes. I'll turn this on after the pump's on. Okay, so I'm going to tighten these up. Okay, turning on the pump, second button. Now, you turn it on air, and so you have to twist this on top of the filter. And then as soon as the water starts flowing pretty freely, there, just tighten it back up. Didn't take much of a twist. So let's look at that. I don't see any leaks. I'll check it again tomorrow on the daylight, but there's no major leaks right now. And now that this is plugged in, the pump's on, we're going to turn this on. And I'm going to hyperchlorinate. Okay, this is what it looks like now that I've got it on. See that nice foam? Not the big bubbles, but just fine bubbles coming out of that. It shows that that's making chlorine gas.